The next part of what we wanted to do was that I had asked our class president, Richard West, to speak to us because there is probably one, he is so articulate, and most of you are aware that he now is in Los Angeles. He's gone to the West Coast from the East Coast, and he is with the Gene Autry Museum. And I am so thrilled that he has agreed to say a few words to us. And we are delighted that he and Mary Beth came. And someone asked who had come the farthest. And I think in all realms of life, perhaps Richard has come the farthest of all of us in this class. So I will let Richard speak with you and share his thoughts.
Thank you very much, Lisa. I appreciate it. I just want to say how delighted I am to be here. And I have, as the years have gone by, drawn closer to coming back to reunions. And I was at the 50th, and I'm at this one, and I'm really very happy. So, okay. Yeah, I'll step into it. I won't. I see the cord behind me. First of all, I just want to tell a story that actually relates to our years in high school, and several of the people in the story are actually in the room. And I did check the facts. I am a lawyer. I tried to be very careful going into it that I wasn't going to say any lies and that dementia had not yet set in, and that what I was saying was actually what happened in high school. But it is about a play that occurred during our junior year in high school. As some of you may remember, I was a debater in high school and had been since I was a 7th grader in Alice Robertson Junior High School. And that's the sort of side of competitive speech that I sat on. But our debate coach, Jack Gregory, whom some of you may remember from both Alice Robertson and Central High School, insisted that even debaters who are these left-brain creatures should have experiences in drama and theater, that they should speak from their right brain some of the time. And I approached that with great trepidation when he asked me to participate in a play in our junior year that was called Our Town by Thornton Wilder, a Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright in 1938 when he wrote that play. And it is a play that has some relevance, really, to our being here tonight, because it is about cycles of life and what one does in cycles of life. And so that's the story that I wanted to sort of refer to. There are 3 main characters in it. They are a character called the stage manager, who is this interlocutor, this connector between the life here and the life hereafter. And it is a story about 2 other characters, George and Emily, who are husband and wife in the play. And the play itself is sort of about the cycles of life. Act 1 is about life and living. Act 2 is about love and marriage. Act 3 is about death and dying, quite frankly. So it has that kind of analogy. But what I wanted to point out about the play, which has to do with the relevance of our being here tonight and our being together tonight, is the following. In the 3rd act of the play, there is a very tragic death in which Emily dies, bearing the 2nd child of the couple, of George and Emily. And the play is basically about Emily going from here to the world after, and very much wanting to be back in this world and trying to make her way back. And she finally is able to return a day to convince those up above that she wants to come back for a day, and it is to celebrate her 12th birthday, which she remembers very vividly. But when she comes back, it is so painful that she cannot stand being here and being away from all of that. And so there's this conversation between her and the stage manager in which she finally says in exasperation and sadness, asking him if anyone understands the value of life while they live it. And his response is as follows, after he thinks about it shortly. He says, no. The saints and poets maybe, they do some in thinking about life while they live it. My point is that this celebration, which we have periodically, is about those who love life while we were living it, and this place that we were in Central High School some 55 years ago in the past. And that to me is very, very important. And it harkens back to a time when, quite frankly, it was a different time. I reflect on 55 years ago, and it was a very different time from now. It was when, in growing up, there was this moment, and it was a sunshine-filled moment, actually, when in the sometimes difficulty and challenge and pain of growing up, there was an underbelly of human empathy that connected the members of this class at that time when we were making our way growing up through high school. And if you don't believe me, then I want you to believe Uncle B.L. Wirtz, our principal at Central High School. Because when I graduated, and as I finished walking across the stage and was coming off the other side and then saw B.L. Wirtz afterwards, he pulled me aside and he said, and I was happy to believe it, but I think it was actually true looking out at this group and having talked to many of you since I got back. He said, Rick, Richard, he did not call me Rick, that was an invention of college, but he called me Richard. He said, Richard, I just want to say that I don't think that there has ever been a class that I've had, and I don't think I will have another one in the future that is any more special than the class of 1961. And I happen to believe that, and I hope that all of you have the same faith in that statement. And so I hope that even though this is an occasion when in just a few moments or later in the evening we will recognize those who are no longer among us, and it has touched all of us. I don't think there is anybody who sits in this room and who knows other members of our class who has not been touched by the fact that we have lost some of those who were in this class in 1961. But I think they would join us in wanting to celebrate what we are celebrating here tonight. And quite frankly, I hope we have a 60th. And on the journey to that, going forward, I thought that I would leave you with some words in another language that I speak, which is Cheyenne. Some of you know that I am native. My father and my brother and I belong to the Cheyenne Arapaho tribes of Oklahoma. And the words are these, and I leave them with you as a thought going forward from here as we enjoy this evening and hopefully another gathering on the mark of the 60th anniversary of our graduation from Central. And it's as follows. Namaheo, Naja Mevit Sem, Naja Mevit Hatsa Ohes, Natsem Khan, Nida Hawaii Stepeva, Janishe, Nishevet. And going from Cheyenne to English, that means Maheo, the great mystery, walks beside you and walks beside your work and touches all the good that you attempt. Thank you very much.